My name is Shay. I am here to talk about Jupiter in Sagittarius from 2030 to 2031. If you enjoyed this series so far, remember to press every button. And we're going to go ahead and hop in and get started. So, Jupiter enters Sagittarius, its home placement. Comfortable, the best, the most fun. Like, let's jump. And Sagittarius is very clumsy, so don't jump too high. And Jupiter is just like, let's big, bold, beautiful, honey. Sagittarius, for those of you who don't know, is the centaur of the zodiac. And very intelligent. Jupiter rules inflammation. Sagittarius is the hips. So if there's some of those health issues coming into play during that time, especially for people that are in their 50s, obviously, like, that's a normal thing, but it might be, like, really noticeable during this year. It might, like, kickstart that for you, especially if you have placements that don't bode well with those things. So I just want to put that in there as a thing to keep in mind. Now, November of 2030, Jupiter is opposite Saturn in Gemini. So Saturn doesn't like being in Gemini, and Jupiter opposing this is like, you sure that's the right thing to do? And it's like the kid that's like kicking the back, are we there yet? Like, and Saturn's like, just shut up, kid. And Jupiter just does not get the message because it doesn't matter, because it's comfortable and having fun and is just not going to receive the memo. And Saturn is going to get quite perturbed. Now, for those of you who don't know, oppositions are things that are directly opposite. It's called an opposition. They're either best friends or worst enemies. So it's opposites attract, or no, they're two very different things. So if it bodes well, then it would be energizing ideas and growing on the communication and getting really excited about it and kind of really moving forward on it very quickly. I've already talked about like the downfall of that. Moving forward, we have, it looks like, oh God, I can't read my notes. We're just going to move on. Pluto sextile in Aquarius. So that's going to be beautiful. So Pluto is transformation and Aquarius is society. Sextile is just beautiful and harmonious and getting along, and it jives. Like, and Jupiter being home. Pluto isn't comfortable in Aquarius. However, it stays there for such a long period of time that it's like there's no choice in the matter, so you might as well make sure that everybody is taken care of. So that's going to be very positive. Then we go into a trine to Neptune. So your spirit is really jiving with the big, beautiful changes that are happening. Then we have an inconjunct to Chiron. Haven't done videos about Chiron, so I'm not going to go into it. Then we have another opposition to Uranus, this time in Gemini. So Uranus is fairly comfortable here, and with, again, an opposition, it's either best friends or worst enemies. So things are either going to really pop off and really be, because Uranus is like creative and fun and exciting, especially in Gemini, where it's just thinking and like doing and creating and having just, it's all mental and very exciting. Maybe seeing a lot more electrical issues, though, just a heads up, because it might be like electrical fires, especially with the opposition at this time to Sagittarius, which is a fire sign, which it could go out of control. So I might see a really giant wildfire that is quite unmanageable. But the positive note is that things move very fast, especially technologically. societally, philosophically. It's very good for progress. So I'm really, it is and it isn't. Like, it's an opposition. You know, you're not really sure. Like, flip a coin. That's kind of how that's gonna happen. My kitty cat in the background. She's so pretty. She's the pretty kitty in the background with the sunshine on her. Anyway, then it goes retrograde in Jupiter goes retrograde in April of 2031, and we basically backtrack all of these things. So we first go back to the square to Uranus, and then it is the inconjunct to Chiron, the opposition to Saturn in Gemini. That's going to be at 19 degrees, by the way. A lot of stuff is going to hammer on 19, 20, 21, 22, 23 degrees. So if you have placements at those degrees, I can obviously do a reading for you. I do free readings for 10 minutes if you allow me to post it. So I can, during this time period, if you have like a lot of stuff at those degrees, be able to help you sort those things out. But then, let's see, the inconjunct to Lilith in Cancer and a trine to, looks like Venus in Leo. Again, I'm reading notes that I can't read my own handwriting, so kind of winging it. I haven't talked about those planets, especially not Venus, because it is such a smaller planet, and to do just about Venus for all of this time is going to be quite the undertaking. Maybe I'll get to it, maybe I won't. And then it looks like in August 2031, it goes back direct. And there's something to do with the nodes, but I haven't done videos on the nodes, so we're not going to really get into it. Then we have, looks like an opposition to, I cannot read my handwriting, good lord. But again, 21, 22, 23 degrees around this point, going up against different things. So it looks like the next thing again is another opposition to Saturn, which that's really gonna hammer home. Like, Saturn in Gemini is the right thing to do, but it's like a duality in and of itself. And then Jupiter is just make it grand and giant and clumsy and fun and lucky and just so many different brilliant things. So that's going to it's going to be challenging and rewarding and fleeting. Then it squares Uranus one more time, and then it leaves in November of 2031. So that is the synopsis of Jupiter in Sagittarius during this time period. I will say, this time period, it kind of goes by way too fast. I don't know if it's as much fun as Jupiter in Leo, but it's definitely insightful and energizing and progressive. We are going to progress as a society and as a race. It's like, finally, like, we're going to get some things done, which is fantastic. News on the personal front, because I know y'all ask me a lot about like me being an omnist and my philosophies on different things, and giving inspiration, because I know that I inspire a lot of people, and to like make more things about that. So I'm gonna remind you that I can't do anything without support. Like, it's give and take. I have a full-time job that keeps me from doing this constant. So please show your support. Share this with everybody if you have found this useful so far. And if you would like to reach out, you are absolutely more than welcome to. I don't really have a whole lot of time with my schedule, so it's best to pay for my time, because it is quite valuable to me anyway. Thank you so much for watching if you've made it this far. Peace out, fam. Have a beautiful day with much love. Take care.